Today, the legends go extreme as we have an Extreme Rules match against Bam Bigelow and Ric Flair, one of the dirtiest players in the game. This is the first of 3 Extreme Rules matches here tonight, and the 3 winners of those matches will go on to Extreme Rules tomorrow night on Extreme Rules Sunday and face off for the European Championship, including the 4th man in that match, the winner of our main event last week, the Ultimate Warrior. He was able to win out a cage match against Hulk Hogan, and he made his first spot in that European title Fatal 4-Way at Extreme Rules this Sunday. There will also be a triple threat match for the NXT Championship on Sunday, as that is a shared pay-per-view between NXT and the Legends roster here at main event. Chops to the throat as he get a quick pin by Ric Flair. He was not able to get enough damage there as Bam Bigelow kicks out at it seems like a 1 count. As we get an Irish whip coming in from Bam Bigelow now. Now grabbing a nice atomic drop out of that Irish whip combination from Bam Bigelow. Nice pickup by Ric Flair. Ric Flair was at ringside when his boy Randy Orton was not able to continue on in the March Madness tournament. Last week, he lost to Chris Jericho, Chris Jericho's tag team partner, Big Show, also part of this Extreme Rules series of matches. He will go on later tonight to face off against Rob Van Dam in the second of the 3 matchups. The third will be The Rock versus Kevin Nash, as we see Ric Flair now pick up Bam Bigelow after a series in that corner. Now going to try and attack that knee, weaken him up for that figure 4 leg lock that is oh so famous from Ric Flair. As he gets the pinfall, it's a 2. It's only a 2 count as Ric Flair now calling Bam to get up quickly. He wants to quicken the pace of this matchup. It seems these guys have not yet gone to the outside. I'm not sure if they will. They have the opportunity to. This is, of course, Extreme Rules, as now Ric Flair calling out to the crowd, calling for that figure 4 leg lock. Bam is very close to the ropes here. He might be able to pull himself over to them, but that figure 4 is in very tight here. His hand is actually hitting the ropes here. He has not yet tried to grab it. Bam is out of his mind here as Ric Flair just releases him. Bam countering with a strike to the gut, but Ric Flair seems to still have the advantage here as he whips around Bam Bigelow with a big clothesline, taking him down on that 1, 2, 3. Ric Flair is the second qualifier who will be meeting Ultimate Warrior on Sunday.
Here is your winner, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Man, what a contest. We definitely just witnessed one for the ages.
Here we have a singles matchup between Lex Luger and the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels for the second match of tonight. The first, we saw another legend, Ric Flair, win out in the first of the 3 Extreme Rules matches here tonight. This is, of course, a normal matchup, not Extreme Rules, not part of that trio of matches. These 2 men have been a bit lower on the card here and are trying to make their way up to that opportunity. Now, if they were just a bit higher up on the card, they might actually have one of those 3 matches here. But these guys have not had excellence in their previous matches here. Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels has done very poorly in Royal Rumbles. You see a big Irish whip sending him over the top rope from Lex Luger. Lex Luger with a lot of strength here. Now, of course, Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan are around the same. Were around the same level of the card as these guys, but they had a big matchup at the main event of last week in that steel cage match. And now Ultimate Warrior, with that victory, will go on to Sunday and have an opportunity at that European Championship. Arm drag over by Shawn Michaels as he gets pushed away by Lex Luger. Lex Luger looking absolutely huge next to Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels has been always one of those guys that looks a bit small, but is able to fly around that ring and has some huge impact moves with that super kick right to the jaw that can hit you out of nowhere. That sweet chin music, as we see a nice move there by Lex Luger, as Lex Luger continues to have the advantage in this matchup with a series of elbows to the shoulders of the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Headlock applied, countered. Shawn Michaels' good friend Triple H, or not Triple H, Kevin Nash, another good friend of Shawn Michaels, will be in the main event of tonight. He will be facing off against Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Irish whip into the opposite corner. Lex Luger is sent down to the corner. Now Lex Luger, of course, is his WCW name. He would be known as the Narcissist here in the WWE. As you see, Shawn Michaels getting lined up here for a big elbow to the face. Lex Luger was lined up to be one of the top contenders of the WWE, but Bret Hart would win the hearts of the fans and win out over Lex Luger, as the fans didn't really warm up to Lex Luger. And Lex Luger got pushed to the wayside for Bret Hart to get a win over Yokozuna. Now, of course, Bret Hart, also one of those guys that had a series of rivalries against his opponent here, Shawn Michaels. They had a huge Iron Man match, lasted an hour, no points between the two of them, and then went on to extension. And of course, the Montreal Screwjob is here too. Only a 2 count, almost a pinfall there from Lex Luger with that huge clothesline. They might go for a torture rack perhaps, as they have done a lot of damage to each other so far. As now we get a huge power slam by Lex Luger, but a kick up by Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, as he might go for a comeback maneuver, but grabbed by the scruff of the neck. Lex Luger now going to put Heartbreak Kid over that top rope. Might go for that apron DDT that we've seen this week several times, as we see Heartbreak Kid headlock applied, and that DDT right into the apron. That stiff, hard, there's no give on that edge of that apron. Is Lex Luger now going to send Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels right into the center of the ring? A lot of force behind that, sending him all the way to the center of the ring. Is now kicked to the lower back. Shawn Michaels able to roll out of the way of that, thankfully. Headlock applied, and a nice toss, sending him down on the mat. Lex Luger looking very tired. Might go for a pinfall here. He does. After that DDT, 1, 2, 3, not quite. Shawn Michaels just barely able to kick out there, as a nice kick to the gut. And another kick. And a series of strength moves here by Lex Luger, overpowering Shawn Michaels, as Shawn Michaels has not gotten a huge amount of momentum here in this matchup, but this might be his opportunity here with a big back body drop. A lot of damage coming in from that, as of course Lex Luger a lot of body mass as he gets slammed down on the mat. Rope break from that surfboard, as he was a bit too close to the ropes there, but he now whips Lex Luger into the opposite corner, and he sends him down on the mat. Will he be going up to that top rope for that signature elbow to the heart that Shawn Michaels does on occasion? He's lining up for it, but Lex Luger able to roll out of the way, and Shawn Michaels not tempting fate with that high-risk maneuver here, as now he ties up with Luger some more, going to whip him around the ring as he sends him down on the mat. He might try for another Irish whip in the corner, but Lex Luger able to counter, sending a nice spear in the corner there, and now a knee to the face. That is a lot of momentum behind that, as now he's got a pinfall in the ropes. 1, 2, 3, not quite. Shawn Michaels just barely able to kick out there. That horrifying spear in that corner looked absolutely devastating. Looked like he was going to go for another big clothesline, but atomic drop by Shawn Michaels stops that maneuver from Lex Luger. And Shawn Michaels gets a bit of momentum here once again. He might be looking for that big super kick, but that lariat from Lex Luger might be the pin here. 1, 2, 3. 2 of them are too much for Shawn Michaels. Lex Luger wins.
Let's take a look at...
Here is your winner, Lex Luger.
Man, what a contest. We definitely just witnessed one for the ages.
Big Show versus Rey Mysterio. Extreme Rules matchup, the second of 3. We saw Ric Flair win the first one earlier tonight. As you see, Ric Flair, Rey Mysterio with a series of kicks coming out of the gates with a lot of momentum here, with a series of kicks to the legs, trying to chop down the Big Show. These two guys have faced off in WCW and WWE, and even been tag team partners in the WWE, where they would use a fastball special with the Big Show throwing around Rey Mysterio, but these big shots from the Big Show seeming to be too much, as Rey Mysterio gets pushed away into that corner. Rey Mysterio has always been one of those guys that tries to be a giant killer, both in WCW and the WWE, as he does now a camel clutch applied to the long back of the Big Show. but it seems like he lets go of it right there, or Big Show able to break out there. Big scoop, the strength of the Big Show going into a nice side backbreaker. He now kicks that giant boot into the chest of Rey Mysterio. That boot is like the size of his entire chest. Big Show was at ringside when his tag team partner for this universe, Chris Jericho, won over Randy Orton in the March Madness tournament. We'll be seeing Randy Orton in the next matchup with Batista against the Ultimate Warrior and Sting. It's a combination of kicks. We get a pin from Mysterio, only able to get a 1 count though, as Big Show kicks out. Rey Mysterio now eyeing him for what looks like to be a setup for the 619, and he drags him into the corner here, and now he sets up for that 619, dialing it up. Will he go for dropping the dime as well? Springboard splash out of the corner. Will he go for a pinfall after that? He looks like he is. 1, 2. Only 2 count as he kicks out there. Ref with a quick 3rd count, but not quite getting there in time. As you see a big headbutt coming in from the Big Show. That giant skull of the Big Show, just like twice the size of Rey Mysterio's head. Nice turnaround DDT by Rey Mysterio as he turns her over. Big Show goes to the pin here. It's only a 1 count as Big Show quickly kicks out. Rey Mysterio here now going to push Big Show against the ropes. Big Show able to counter, sending Mysterio to the outside, and just stepping over those top ropes is Big Show. A big strike from those giant hands. Those hands are big as Rey Mysterio's head, as he's got to try and chop down the giant tree that is the Big Show. Rey Mysterio sent to the middle of the rope, and looks like we're going to go for a weapon here is Big Show, as he finds a baseball bat, a very big favorite of the Crow Sting. Of course, he is on Raw. He lost his first Match Madness matchup against John Cena. John Cena is part of the 2nd round here. As you see this giant throw by the Big Show, a huge amount of height for Rey Mysterio just land on his back on that lightly padded concrete. And now a scoop, backbreaker by Big Show. This is not a Falls Count Anywhere matchup, so he's going to have to get Rey Mysterio back in the ring if he wants to get a pinfall here. But Gorilla Press slam as he slams him into that barricade almost. As now Rey Mysterio able to get up, roll out of the way of that kick. Nice drop kick to take the big man off of his feet. As Rey Mysterio now going to pick up the Big Show. Will he be able to do a big maneuver here, sending Big Show back into the ring? It looks like he might just want to get back in his forte with those springboard ropes, as he likes to do, and perhaps going to go up to the top rope to drop the dime here, as he already did that 619. He does that big splash as he goes for the pin on Big Show. 1, 2, 3. I thought there was a 3 count, but just barely kick out is the Big Show. He rolled over a bit. It looks like Rey Mysterio going to go for a nice reverse DDT, sending him down to the mat. Perhaps a good opportunity for another pin. No, going to pick up the Big Show, and missing that kick. He goes for it again. That enziguri to the back of the head as he goes to the outside now. And now Rey Mysterio going to perhaps look for a weapon here. He missed that first enziguri, but was able to land pretty quickly. And the Big Show is extremely dazed here. It did not seem like Rey Mysterio found what he wanted underneath that ring. He's going to take a second look though as Big Show waits. And now he found a steel chair. Rey Mysterio with a steel chair. It looked like the Big Show got attacked with that chair as he tried to go for that spear. Big Show has used the spear as a big finishing maneuver a few times, but it looks like that just kind of missed there as an enziguri to the back of the head into the chair there from Rey Mysterio as he lands on top of the chair. And now a 619 on the top rope. Big Show so tall as Rey Mysterio goes through the middle ropes and kicks the face of Big Show, goes for that big splash. Gotta go for the pin here. 1, 2, 3. You'll be seeing Rey Mysterio on Sunday.
Here is your winner, Rey Mysterio.
Absolutely amazing. We knew he felt he had to win this one tonight. I mean, there's absolutely no way to underscore how big this victory is. Perhaps the biggest in his life.
Here we have the 4th match of the night. We have the Bladerunners, Ultimate Warrior, and Sting versus Evolution, Batista and Randy Orton. And we see a huge follow-away slam coming in from Ultimate Warrior right at the start onto Batista. Batista, the only man in this ring, still in the March Madness tournament for Saturday night's main event. He was able to win his first match up of the night against Fit Finlay last week. Unfortunately, his tag team partner, Randy Orton, not quite up to the same task. Now, Ultimate Warrior here is part of the series of matches for the European Championship, but his match was last week against Hulk Hogan in that steel cage match that he won to get on to the Fatal 4-Way Extreme Rules match this Sunday at Extreme Rules. See an Irish whip coming in from Batista as they see a nice tilt-a-whirl slam. As you see a tag in to the man they call Sting as he gets whipped around the ring. Batista once again now going to get attacked by Sting and see an atomic drop here. Oh my, Randy Orton seeming to be a bit jealous here as he betrays Batista and leaves him in the center of the ring. As Batista went for a tag here, Randy Orton now leaving, and Ultimate Warrior doing something off to the side of the ring. As you see Batista now in the center of the ring with Sting. You gotta wonder, will Ultimate Warrior be on this back up to the ring? Here he comes. It is now a 2-on-1 matchup here. We got the Bladerunners versus Batista. Randy Orton, of course, one of those guys probably very jealous of Batista still continuing on in his in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship scene. You got to wonder if that will get in the way of their continued efforts as part of Evolution. But this might be a little bit of punishment here, as you've got a 2-on-1 matchup now against the Bladerunners, Sting, and the Ultimate Warrior. These two guys started out not really in any federation tagging together, a televised federation. I believe it was AWA. These two guys worked together, Sting and Ultimate Warrior. But one of Ultimate Warrior's few tag team partners, and of course the legend that is Sting. These two guys very much mesh well together with their high intensity. As you see a pinfall from Sting, only a 1 count as Batista kicks out there. Sting prowling onto Batista here. It's a big elbow and his punch to the face of Batista here. Batista looking to attack Sting, but a tag made to Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior now with a big pickup onto Batista as he slams Batista down on the mat. As he goes for a pin onto Batista. Batista kicking out, still trying to be a part of this matchup, still trying to show force, even though he has a semi-final or a second round matchup in March Madness next week against Kane. You see a big slam by Ultimate Warrior as he makes a tag into Sting. Sting going to now be trying to go for a pin here onto Batista. 1, 2, only a 2 count as they gave Batista enough time to breathe here. Big kick to the back. As now Sting trying to take advantage of this 2-on-1 situation. They've been making frequent tags to each other, the Bladerunners here, as we see now an Irish whip into the corner. Big splash by Sting as he sends Batista down on the mat as he goes for a pin here. 1, 2, 3. Sting takes up the win for the Bladerunners. This is our main event of the evening. We got Kevin Nash versus Rock. Unfortunately, we did not get to see the victory celebration from the Bladerunners from that last matchup. My game actually crashed when they tried to show the celebration, but we're going to register that as what was recorded is what happened. I resimulated the match and the Evolution won, but I definitely think that with the betrayal of Randy Orton, we want to go with that storyline. As I see a nice suplex coming in from Kevin Nash onto the Rock. This is the third of 3 Extreme Rules matches here tonight. We've got Rey Mysterio and Ric Flair, the other winners, and we have Ultimate Warrior from our match earlier last week where he won over Hulk Hogan. Those are the first 3 men that are going to be going to Extreme Rules this Sunday. The winner of this match will be the 4th man in that fatal 4-way Extreme Rules match for the European Championship. Both of these guys, big names in the industry, big belly-to-belly suplex. Kevin Nash, one of the faces of WCW for quite some time, as of course Kevin Nash, not the man known as Diesel or Big Daddy Cool Diesel as he was known in the WWF/WWE. Nice electric chair. A whole lot of weight there being picked up by The Rock. The Rock, of course, has become a big movie star since his time in the WWE. Oh, that big punch was one of the finishers of Diesel. As he goes for the pin here onto The Rock 1. Only a 1 count as The Rock no-sells that giant punch by Big Daddy Cool Diesel. As now he picks up The Rock and he's going to possibly put him up against those ropes. He's looking for what ropes he wants to do here. But Rock with a counter, sending him over the top rope here. Rock now going to the outside. This is, of course, his Extreme Rules match. Any rules go. There are no count-outs, no disqualifications. But the pin has to be in the ring. As you see a nice boot to the side of the head from Kevin Nash to send Rock back into the ring. It looks like Kevin Nash doesn't want any weapons here, or at least not yet. Wants to continue the beat down on The Rock. The headlock applied, but countered by The Rock into a nice takedown, sending Nash down to the mat. Elbow to the heart from The Rock. As the match slows down just a little bit, as Rock now has the advantage on Kevin Nash. One of these men will go on to win this match, the main event, as we see that double spine buster from The Rock, and he might go for the people's elbow, but no, gonna go for the pinfall first. Only 1 count as Kevin Nash quickly kicks out. Now will he go for a rock bottom here, or will he try for a people's elbow? One of those two finishers here. You see a nice belly-to-belly suplex with the momentum from Kevin Nash. Looks like he's setting up here. Got a couple of those kicks. And gonna pick up Kevin Nash now. Not quite going for that people's elbow yet. Countered by Kevin Nash with a knee to the gut. As now Kevin Nash gonna set up The Rock for this huge jackknife powerbomb. Just releasing The Rock, throwing him across the ring. 1, 2, 3. That is it, folks. That's your main event. Kevin Nash going on to Sunday's Extreme Rules.
What a victory! Sure, but could it have happened without the interference? I guess we'll never know.